going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the BlackBerry trifecta is complete. Here it is, BlackBerry Torch 9850. It's available now on Sprint for $149.99. So it's right in there between the Torch 9810 on AT&T and then the Bold 9930 on Verizon, and on Sprint the 9900 on T-Mobile as well. 150, very similar specs, a 1.2 gigahertz processor, a 3.7-inch display, so the largest display on a BlackBerry ever, a 5-megapixel camera, 1,230 milliamp hour battery, and all in all, it's a pretty decent replacement, at least on the specs front, to the BlackBerry Storm. Now, is this the device for you, or coming in at 150, should you get something like maybe the Evo Shift 4G or the Nexus S 4G? We'll find out in the unboxing. First, special thanks to my boys at Sprint for hooking me up with a review unit, and special thanks to our friends at Best Buy because they hook us up with a lot of phones just like this. We give you in the One Paw Bandit game. When you go in to get this at Best Buy Mobile, you're going to walk out without dealing with rebates. That's super cool. You walk out working to help you set up your email on your web, and you don't have to deal with messy paperwork in the mail-in rebate. Enough of that, let's get into it. Unboxing time. BlackBerry Torch 9850. This is the one for you. Let's go check it out. The third and final model in BlackBerry's newest lineup of devices is finally here. Here's the BlackBerry Torch 9850. It's available now on Sprint, which actually just gave us review units, so sorry for a little bit of a delay there between when it was announced and when it was launched. But special thanks, as always, to my friends at Sprint for hooking it up. The BlackBerry Torch 9850, it's running similar specs to the other two devices. It has a 1.2 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. It has a 3.7-inch display, so it kind of resembles the old Storm line, but they've kind of wrapped that in to the touch line of devices. 5-megapixel camera, has that JM1 battery that the Bold 9900 and 9930 have, so 1,230 milliamp hour battery as well, but it's all touch. I really like the way they did it because they have three distinctly different designs. So if you want a keyboard and you want touch, well, the Torch is going to be, your device, the Torch 9810 with a bigger display. You want, a great keyboard, the 9930 is going to be your device. You want something that's all touch, the Torch 9850 is going to be your device. But here's the box, and you can see on the side it comes with a smartphone, battery, phone charger, headset, micro SD card, SIM card, getting started guide, yada yada. You get the idea. Pretty much the same stuff that all of these come with, but it's interesting to see that it comes with headphones, and even as basic as they are. But you can see back here, smartphone, BlackBerry OS, and you're all like, let's open the box. So I'm going to stop boring you with that. And actually, I think the battery's already in it. It feels heavy enough that the battery's already in. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull that out and power it back on so you get an idea of the startup time. Back here you can see SIM card slot for global roaming capability, so it does have that capability to travel, or you can travel internationally with it and utilize your same phone number with Sprint's international services. 4GB micro SD card in the back as well. 5-megapixel camera there on the back, and a nice metal battery door. As you can see, we'll pop that right back on, and we'll remove the sticker so you can see. So it's a svelte, good-looking device. Svelte, I think that's my word of the day, svelte. And you can see down here, 4 physical buttons, your trackpad, and then up here you have your lock button, and on your left side your micro USB charging port, which is right in the middle, so it's nice when you're charging, at least you can access the keyboard without getting too intertwined with the cable. 3.5mm headphone jack over here, and they're really small and hard to see. You can see the volume rocker right there, and convenience key right there. So pretty cool design. On all it looks nice, and for $150, it feels like a $150 phone. It has good weight to it, and a 3.7-inch display, nice large display, which is a little bit better as well. So let's see what comes in here. Get started. All you need to know to get going: your Sprint recycle bag. Connect to me. We'll connect it to BlackBerry Desktop Manager, and we'll see what comes in here. Let me do my little Spanish reading like I always do. Get started. All you need to know to get going. Vamos todo lo que tienes que saber para empezar. And safety and product information. BlackBerry Torch 9850 smartphone. Important Sprint information as well. So if you get bored, plenty of stuff to read on the weekend. Now you can see it comes with these this stereo headset rather, and it's a pretty cheap looking stereo headset. It's nothing that's going to blow you away, especially if you're using something like Etymotic's headset or some other headphones, but they're basic, and it's nice that they come in the box. You can see there. And it comes with a USB cable as well, and then 4GB micro SD card like I showed you in the actual device, and the typical AC adapter module that they've been coming with as of late, the little blocky one with the USB port over there on the side. So you get some stuff in the box. It's not, you don't get a holster or anything like that, but hey, for $150, that's a pretty good amount of accessories with the device. So let's take a look at it here and get an idea. It's running BlackBerry 7, which really is BlackBerry 6.1. It's more of an evolutionary change from BlackBerry 6.1. I'm actually going to zoom this in a little bit so you can see there, get a closer look at it. But you can see portrait and landscape, and all in all, it looks good. It's a very thin device as well. I'm going to hold it up in comparison to something like the 9930 just to give you an idea of the size difference there and how they look when they're laying down. Now obviously this has this nice metal edge, so it gives more of a premium feel, but this has a nice metal battery cover, and the chrome sides really do wonders as well. So we'll take a look here, and let's go into, actually we'll maximize the panel, and you can do one of two things. You can either swipe it up like that and swipe it back down, bring it down like that, and of course you can swipe over between your favorites, your media, and your downloads. Now one thing I really like is I don't care for that swipe on my home screen, so I can go to options, and I can go to home screen panels. I can manage those panels and get rid of every single one of those. So when I go back and hit save and go to the home screen, it just shows me all. So I don't have to worry about swiping it over in my pocket or doing that while I'm on the phone, anything like that. So it's easier for me to do all, and I think you may like that as well. So down through here, media, calendar, phone, BlackBerry Messenger, typical BlackBerry stuff. Then you get Sprint Zone, Telenav, GPS Navigator, vLingo. You get a Sprint self-service application. Then you get social feeds, which is a kind of social media aggregator on RIM's part. So you have your Facebook and Twitter pre-installed, and when you get those all activated and ready to go, they're going to appear in your social feeds along with MySpace and some of the other different social media mediums, if you will. Say that 3 times fast. Social media mediums. And then, of course, you have BlackBerry App World. And then when you go into media, you can see, and I'll scroll back up so we can get a look at that. You can see Sprint Music Plus, Sprint Football Live, Sprint TV and Movies, NASCAR, Sprint Cup Mobile Radio, and Slacker Radio. Whew, say that 3 times fast. But you get the idea. A lot of Sprint stuff pre-installed, and a lot of Sprint free stuff. So it's nice to have Sprint TV. It's all included in that Everything data plan, which is a nice touch. So let's take a look at the browser real quick. Actually, before we take a look at that, I want to jump over into Messages, and we'll see here, see what the keyboard looks like, because it is an improvement from the original BlackBerry Storm, the BlackBerry Storm 2. It's a change. It still pales in comparison to iOS, to Android, to some of those other touch or virtual keyboards, if you will, on the market. But we'll see here the quick brown fox. Brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So you can see that's what it looks like in portrait mode. And let me try typing the same thing in landscape mode, where the keys do get a little bit larger on the 3.7-inch display. Let's go to the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And it's one of those things I can already tell with this keyboard, just using it first time out of the box, there's going to be a rhythm with this keyboard. It's going to be a certain rhythm in order to make sure all the keys press correctly. And so you can say, hey, there. I may have to slow my typing down a little bit. And then I'm sure there's some sort of haptic feedback as well in the menu, which I'll investigate further for the review. But all in all, it's a decent keyboard. It's, again, pales in comparison to iOS, to Android, even to Windows Phone 7, in my opinion, the stock Windows Phone 7 keyboard, but still an improvement from what the BlackBerry Storm had. Now, a lot of Storm users that are coming over from this are probably going to miss SureType, or SurePress, rather, where you had the vibration when you push down on the keys. I think that haptic feedback was actually a pretty good thing. So I'd like to have the option to get some better haptic feedback in the future, at least some vibration. So I'll take a look at that for the full review. So we can discard that and then go into the browser, and we'll go to phonedog.com and see. Whoop, Ohone Fog. I like that. Ohone Fog. Phonedog.com. And then we'll hit go. So again, the larger display, it really helps as well. 3.7 is larger than the iPhone 4, and it's a nice amount of screen real estate without being too big. Like the 4.5, I mean, look at this in comparison. It's a nice amount of screen real estate without being just honking huge like the Infuse 4G. So it's a good medium, 3.7, right there in that kind of 3.7 to 4 inch sweet spot. All in all, it looks good. And then, of course, landscape. Nice quick transitions thanks to that 1.2 gigahertz processor. So all in all, it's a nice device. It's right there in the middle, in my opinion, between the Torch and the Bold 9900 and 9930 in terms of design. So it's got this nice design. It's not quite as nice, as elegant as perhaps the 9900 or the 9930, but still a great looking device. Nice camera, nice battery door on the back with a nice kind of soft touch to it, and then nice chrome around the edges as well. Let's get this pulled up here so you can see what the pinch to zoom looks like. Nice and fast. And again, a huge improvement, as I've said in the past BlackBerry reviews that we've done over the past couple of weeks, huge improvement over BlackBerry OS 5.0 and BlackBerry 6. So finally it's viable and can compete with some of the other contenders on the market. Much more coverage to come on phonedog.com with the BlackBerry Torch 9850, so be sure to keep it locked on the site. And follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook rather as well, at facebook.com/phonedog. Well, follow us too. Follow us, like us, all of the above at facebook.com/phonedog, because we're doing the greatest tech giveaway ever. We're giving you the opportunity to win an Apple iPad 2, a Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1, a touchpad, or a transformer. So it's a pretty cool opportunity. Go over to the page, hit the sweepstakes button. It's super easy. It's going to take like 5 minutes. And be sure to like us, facebook.com/phonedog. Follow me on Twitter as well, phonedog_Aaron, and at my personal Facebook fan page at facebook.com youtube.com/PhoneDogAB. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked on the site. We're going to do some more coverage on this bad boy, so stay tuned. We'll see you next time.